Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast where we talk all things marketing, networking, and wizardry. It's all the things that you need to know, and some of the things that you didn't know that you needed to know. I am one of your co-hosts, Tara B, with my other co-host,
Princess Paula.
And together we are...
Royally Unhinged. It's becoming more and more like a Disney character.
It's a Disney villain.
It's
Except we're not villains.
We're
friends.
kind of moving from the Harry Potter wizardry into like Disney princess.
We could... Well, you do wear a crown. And you are a princess.
All right. Good point. Thanks, Miss Tara B.
There you go.
On today's podcast, first of all, let's talk about, before we talk about our topic, the topic's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But where are we? Because we're in the chairs, not the couch. What does this mean?
Yes, this means that we are currently on the road right now. And today...
On the road again.
We can't wait to get on the road again.
Ba-doo.
Today we are at the New Richmond Women's Expo.
All right.
Which is hosted by...
Ready Randy's Bar and Grill. Ready Randy's in New Richmond for all the things. And come and use their venue for party, bar mitzvah, your quinceañera, your wedding.
Well, and it's got a... sounds weird. It's got a bar right behind us, and all I smell is bruschetta right now. So...
This is a great event. So let's just pause for a moment. And if you hear a little ticky-talkie in the background,
there's a lot of
There's a
vendors
wheel
here
of
today.
winning.
There's
Winness.
a wheel.
There's a prize
there's
wheel.
One of those rain chime thingies over there. So we might just hear some random things today.
There's like a sound bowl. So let's just pause here for a moment, because since we are a podcast about marketing and all of the things, so this is the third one we are recording on site. So if you are following along, you have seen that we have been at the Woodbury Expo. We have been at
Cottage Grove Community Showcase.
Yes, and now we are at a Women's Expo. Yes. So we are getting vendor booths at all these events. So I want to pause here for a minute, because if you own a business, work for a business, are a business, we want to get in your business, because one of the best ways to market your business is to get a booth
at an expo or a trade show, or just get out in the community.
We might have to, I don't want to hightail this, but we need to do a whole other podcast on
your booth setup.
Oh my gosh, I'm starting to touch Tara. If you're listening right now, not watching, it has begun.
The clicker yet.
You're gonna.
We need to get a clicker.
Number how many times I touch you?
I am.
I feel offended.
You should.
Are you putting me on like? Am I gonna be only have so many?
You get 102 per episode.
Oh, okay, we're golden then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She can't purposely start doing it. That defeats the purpose.
Love language. Physical touch is one of my love languages.
Yes.
So if I touch you, it means I love you. Appropriate touching. Remember, friends, appropriate touching. Okay.
I'm trying to do the hard again.
Back. We are going to get to our topic eventually, which is...
Great.
Yes. So we need to do a whole separate podcast. Write this down in your old book of things, that we're going to do a podcast on vendor booths at events.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Tara.
The amount of times that I've seen so many booths that are just like...
This is such a pet peeve of mine.
I know.
A pet peeve.
Princess Paula's pet peeve.
We're going to start a list. It's like...
It's on our ick. We'll do another ick episode.
Because here's the deal. If you own... Okay, this is a freebie. This isn't even part of the podcast. This is just a freebie. This is like the little freebie. So... being involved in these kind of events is critical. It's pivotal. It's super important. You need to be at these events to market your business.
Getting involved in the community. Yeah.
Hard stop. Having a booth, best marketing you can spend. Usually a booth is like, let's say, it could be anywhere from $60 to $200. Yeah, like
ish.
Well,
Depending
$500.
on which side. Well, if you get a double booth, if your business is that
or
big.
A booth with electricity. But if you look as a whole for $200, $300 to get in front of a crowd of 200 people, that's better marketing than if you were to
Google
advertise.
ads.
Oh, yeah. So we are going to do a whole separate podcast. Stay tuned, because you never know when it's going to be. You never know.
You never know.
Never. But we're going to do a whole podcast on vendor booths, because this is huge. But anyway.
Let's bring it on back.
Bring it on back.
Paula.
Bring it I'm back.
What are we talking about today?
So glad you asked, my friend. So today we're going to talk in a niche about AI. So hold your horses before you go clickety clackety off to something else, because I go around speaking and training on generative AI. This is not going to be that. I'm actually going to go into the dark side.
Oh, it's the dark side of the moon. That's a movie, you know.
Oh, sorry. I think I just cut into your...
That's okay. We're in a tight space here today.
My big fat head's going to be in your shot.
So the front camera might look a little bit...
We're going to have to pay someone to edit
bubbly.
this one other than Tara.
We're like fishes in a fishbowl right now.
Something's fishy. It's us. Okay. So I wanted to talk about two specific AI stories. So we're never going to necessarily do a podcast just on AI, because that's like trying to do a podcast on...
I feel like we would have to do one like every month, just because AI changes so much.
Preach. Which is why I love and hate it, because it keeps it fresh for me that there's always something new to talk about, but it also keeps me on my toes. Because I cannot keep up with all the changes. Okay.
Look at Irish.
So the first one I want to talk about is deep fakes. Because deep fake.
Deep fake.
Not fang.
Okay.
That's for our Dracula vampire episode that's coming up.
In Halloween time.
Vampires. We're going to talk about deep fakes because most people don't know what it is. They actually know it, but they don't know that they know it. They don't know that they know. So, and this is fascinating because watch how this is going to go and where this is going to lead.
I'm watching.
Off the rails. So, word of the day, no, deep fake.
Deep fake.
Word of the day, podcast word of the day, deep fake. Okay, so here's what it is. So a deep fake is when AI can get your likeness, your voice, your image.
Here we go.
And they create one of you. Now, there's a couple that we're going to crack this open like a little Easter egg. What are those rocks called that you open them up and on the inside, not a
fortune cookie?
But the actual rocks.
Oh, the agate?
Yeah. But I thought it had another name, and you open it up and it's so beautiful inside.
I think it starts with a G.
You're right. But it'll come to us.
Yes.
All of our phones are busy right now. We can't even look it up. Okay, deep fake. So one of the ways that this happens, and it's happening a lot right now and people don't realize it, is when you get a spam call or you think it's a spam call and someone calls you and they say, hi, is this Princess Paula? And I go, yes. And they're like, would you like to buy life insurance? And I hang up. But they already have me saying yes.
Yep.
And that is all that they need to capture your voice and then to go and start calling around. The worst one I've heard of this, Tara, is where they go after our vulnerable population, like let's say some older folks in our vulnerable population.
Yeah.
And they'll call and they'll say, hey, we have your grandson and he was arrested and he needs money. And when grandma's like, what? And they're like, oh, well, we'll let you talk to him. And she'll say, is this you? And then they just pull up that recording of him saying, yes. Yeah. Exactly. And they got him. But here's why it's even worse. Sorry. Now I'm hitting her bad. If you have ever posted a video on ye old web, let's say, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram?
Meta.
What they're doing is they're going onto your social media platforms to where you have posted videos, and now they have your likeness and your voice, and that's all they need to use AI to create a deep fake.
I want to talk about that a little bit. Because
break it down.
If you try to go onto Meta, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or literally almost any social media platform anyways, they try to not allow you to actually download the videos that are on there.
Yeah.
But do you know how easy it is to go on and copy and paste the link to it and go to an third-party site that's like, download my Facebook video, and you paste the link and then you download it and then you can do whatever you want with it.
Oh, this is about to open up. Okay, there's two sides of this I want to go into. So I want you to Just explain that a little bit more, because there might be some people listening and watching that are just like, what are you talking about? What did she just say? Because I know this. When I've gone onto Instagram before and I've tried to save a video, sometimes even my own or somebody else's, I'm not able to save that video to like my camera or whatnot.
Well, and even on phones, it's so easy to just do a screen recording now on your iPhone. So even if you don't have access to like download it, like I think TikTok allows you to save your videos now.
Yes, they always have.
Like mobile, but this is part of it, because mobile versions, your phone versus like desktop. So if I go on Instagram on my desktop, I can't like click the buttons to do the things to like save the stuff. But on my phone, it's completely different and I can do it. But from my perspective, because I do websites, I do coding, I know how to read the back end of coding on websites. So I can like right click on a video, go to look at the behind the code and stuff, go through little snippets of code, find the actual
you lost me.
Source.
You have so lost
but
me at
this is
this
what
point.
I'm saying. For me, it's very easy for me to go on the back end and do it. But for people that...
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little afraid.
You should be. There's a lot of stuff I see on the back
I better
end of the
not
website.
cross her.
Like, there's
Who have I got
a lot of stuff I
into
see on the
cahoots
back.
with?
Kahoot. That's a game, you know.
Kahoot.
I love Kahoot.
That's
My
a good
oldest
word.
plays Kahoot at school in
Oh,
class.
we are
and
so
it's
gone
so,
off the rails.
Like, okay, but so if you go onto Facebook and somebody may have tagged you in a video that you were in and whatever. So you go and watch the video and you're like, oh, I really like that video. I want to save that for my records and memories. So you try and go and download it. There's no way for you to download it off of Facebook. You can't.
Right. But what we're saying is there's software.
So what I'm saying is if you copy the link to that video, you can go onto the Googler and you can type in save Facebook video or something. And there's
I've actually done that before back in the day.
Yeah, there's a whole list of places that you can just paste the link and it will pull that code that I was talking about.
Shady,
it will pull
not
it
shady.
And save it for you.
Okay, now let's take a small detour, because someone who's listening right now and hearing what we're saying might be becoming afraid, and they might think,
Don't be
should I
afraid.
then
Nothing's
not
changed.
be posting anything anymore?
Not on Meta. That's
Okay,
just
well, that's
I
a
don't
personal
like Meta.
opinion. Right.
You can still be on Meta. I just don't want to be. But
Like, this is where sometimes where I come up against things with people, because when we start talking about security and safety and all of the things, and
Yeah.
people are like, okay, because it's the same thing. Like, I have not a love-hate, but there's things about AI that scare me and excite me at the same time. Like, those two
totally.
things exist at the same time. Sorry, I keep
Totally.
putting my head in your shot.
it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
Because we always live with an element of, like, I always tell people in my AI trainings, just know you're being watched all the time. There are cameras everywhere.
It's kind of always been like that anyways. It's just like it's more having an awareness of it now, I think, just because we are where we are at with AI. Like, how it was just, what was it, a week or two ago or something?
About a week ago.
Everyone started posting the action figure
Okay,
things. Oh, we're not there yet.
No, don't talk to me about that, because that is
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a bigger pet peeve. Oh, it's getting louder in here.
But,
Just
like-
when you think it couldn't get louder, it's going to
But,
get
like-
even louder.
you upload the pictures.
Oh, the
and
bar is
stuff.
open, Tara.
Oh, mimosa
The bar
time.
is open.
No, I need food. That's
It's
for later.
only like 11 o'clock in the morning. So
I'm hungry.
Well,
I don't
maybe.
need that. I
Slow
just
down.
need
Okay.
food. But
I don't like the AI action figure. That's
No,
one
I
of those
know.
things we will not speak about.
well, I'm just saying how easy it is to just upload your own photo and just have it like generate a picture of you as something or whatever. Like, it's just scary. And there's been a time that I was even trying to do some videos for a client, and I needed a certain phrase to be said, and he wasn't doing it, or what. I don't remember what it was.
You did not use AI.
I found the AI to do it.
You did not. No, did it work?
It did. It did. But there was still something that was like not right with it. So like
Get out.
I think it was like with Speechify or something.
And you were able to take their likeness and get it to say what you wanted?
Yeah, I'll show you the video. I still have
it. Deepfake! You made one!
Deepfake.
Oh, okay. So getting back to this for a second, like this is something real that's happening, but I don't think that it's so overwhelming yet that we like have to worry about it. Well, it's happening. I mean, people are okay. Here's where it really came into play. Sorry, now I'm wagging my finger at her. It really came into play during the elections. Yeah. And what was happening was they would get the likeness of the person that was running for office, and then they were creating commercials of them saying things that they didn't believe in or stand for. But like the opposition, the other side, was creating videos of them. This is where the deepfakes was really.
Well, I saw a lot of even just still photos that people were, whoever was putting out there. It was just they were putting out pictures of like they were out at a debate or something, or they were out campaigning or something, and like they were saying that there wasn't like a whole, like the crowd wasn't real. Like it was all AI generated or Photoshopped.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Like,
and now it's like, okay, let's even take that a step further, because there's like ChatGPT, there's Gemini, there's the AI within different tools like that. But now for us design people or photography people, there's generative AI stuff within Photoshop now and Illustrator, like in the Adobe programs. Yep. So it's like you think about it now, even from a business perspective, it's like, okay, do I really need a photographer now? Do you know what I mean?
I do. I'm kind of like, okay, I'm cringing a little, not cringing. I'm pausing just for a minute. We're trying to have a conversation, or we're trying to record, and there's people taking our pictures, so we're going to smile while we're recording. Awesome. Okay, so I'm not trying to stop you because this is such a big conversation, and I want to have like a separate conversation or a separate podcast sometime about totally. AI, because like, girl,
so much we can dive into
could.
And the difference of Gemini.
When people give me, it's the big four is Chat, Claude, Copilot, and Gemini. Copilot, but don't even like get me. Okay, that's a whole other. Okay, I'm gonna start getting really excited because AI is my jam-a-lam.
Just because Paula is never excited and about like, anything.
I love. Okay, bring it back. Bring it back. Pull the reins. Okay, so.
She's had her monster drink. Can you
No,
tell?
I haven't yet.
It's sitting right there.
No, that's just water.
Ooh, why is it pink?
Well, it has a little flavoring in it because I'm a baby.
All right.
Okay, so might have to do an episode on Monster Drink and if it's good for you, and the whole energy drink category and the marketing and branding and how they market to young people. Oh my God, we need to be writing this down.
Well, we'll see it when we are.
Take a letter, Maria. Okay. My other topic, let me scroll through my notes and find my glasses. We're going to pause. We're going to pause on the deepfakes because there is no disputing that the deepfakes are a big problem.
Yeah.
Here's an article that I found. Again, my head's in your camera shot. So here is an article that I can't read because it's not big enough.
It's copying and pasting.
That's all I'm doing. So here's what it said. There was an article that said, AI chatbots fill counselor roles, and it says, with a shortage of high school counselors, California schools are turning to AI chatbots for college and career guidance. While these bots provide 24/7 support, experts warn they could reduce students' real-world networking opportunities essential for career success. Concerns over chatbot addiction and emotional reliance have sparked calls for regulation. Some programs prioritize human connections, but AI's role in advising remains debated. Thoughts and opinions?
Well, the first thing that I kept thinking about, and I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but there was a SNL skit or something where it was like, just in general, AI is replacing so much in the business world, in the learning world.
Yep.
That even like doctors at some point like aren't gonna be able to do anything because when they were going through school they were just using AI to just do all their stuff, so they don't even know how to like read a
but
machine.
how do you feel? How do you? Because I love it and I don't love it. Like, I understand the upsetness about things.
I do.
But at the same time, like when I read this article and I was like, okay, these kids need help. They're trying to make this really important decision.
They do. Well, and there's like a shortage right now of counselors. I mean, there's a lot of shortage in a lot of things in the world of just everything.
So when is it okay? When is it okay for AI to step in and take the role of a human? Like, because
I don't know if I will ever say that it's okay, but I think I could see maybe if there's a individual that's like monitoring it while the whole counseling AI thing is like in a play. Like, if you just have like a student go on to ChatGPT and just like, I'm feeling sad.
Whoa. Okay, we are going off the rails right now. I can feel us going off the path into the woods, and I'm going with it. What is wrong with that?
Just a student going on and just doing it themselves?
In your opinion?
Well, they don't have the guidance.
IMHO?
In my opinion, yeah, that's what
humble.
that is.
Humble. Keep it humble.
I feel
I'm
like
only
there's
asking
no
because I
guidance.
do it all the time. I'm talking to...
No, like, and I get
for
that.
counseling?
For counseling specifically. Because, no, I talk to Chat all the time. Like, I use Chat on a daily basis.
But about your problems? I talk to Chat about my problems.
Sometimes I do, yeah. Or, like, if I need help, like, figuring out
I use Chat for marriage counseling all the time.
So, like, I get it. But, again... And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's an age thing, because, like, for me, like, I'm older, I'm established, like, I know who I am, like, all of that stuff. So if I'm just having a hard day, like, I could reach out to Chat and just be like, make me feel better. But if I'm a young individual that is just going through a really hard time, or, like, depression or something like that, and you don't have the tools or the resources to go to... Or you just don't have, like, the real world experience. Like, you're still trying to figure out who you are. Like, going to Chat and not having somebody...
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I mean, I feel like we all are. but more so for younger individuals, just like...
Who am I? Okay, sorry, I couldn't help myself. She's trying to be all serious about high school counseling and people trying to find themselves in life. And I'm just like...
She's being a jokester today.
Here, what's it called? What do you say when you're like, oh my gosh. Newsflash. You're never going to figure it out. You're going to think you know who you are. And then 5 years later, you're going to be like, no,
it's 7 years.
I'm going to reinvent myself.
That's a thing. It's
every 7 years.
Every 7 years,
that's why even in marriage, they call it the 7-year itch.
Yeah. It's every 7 years. We learned about that in marriage counseling.
Do I want to have this job anymore?
No.
Do I want to make more money? Maybe.
Yes.
I asked my high school counselor, what should I be in? It got very quiet in here all of a sudden. All right, anyway. Okay, so high school person is reaching out to a chatbot. Chat is saying, you should be a doctor. And they're like, I just want to be an electrician.
Well, then, would you really need to go to Chat?
Our windmills. We're going to do our windmills now.
Oh, I just watched an episode.
That made me dizzy.
And you almost hit me in the head.
Okay, so on the one hand, if there aren't enough counselors and an AI chatbot...
I feel like it needs to be monitored, though, by an individual. So I understand there's a shortage, but I wouldn't just, like, throw a high schooler and be like, go.
But then you end up needing... I'm just playing devil's advocate.
But it could be an elder that's like...
An elder millennial or just like an elder? Like a retiree?
The school staff. Maybe it's the principal. I don't know.
Ain't got time for that.
Well, depending on which school you go to.
Sorry, I shouldn't be doing this. You have your opinion, and that's a good opinion. And I don't have a different opinion. I'm just poking the bear.
For younger generation, I feel like there needs to be some sort of monitoring of the AI counselors that are out there. Because...
Oh, okay, hold on. Follow-up question. Should there be monitoring that? Should young people have access to generative AI? In your opinion?
in general or like specifically for school?
Well, because right now they could just open up the app and start Googling. Now, most of the apps have been programmed so that if somebody tries to Google, like, how do I make a bomb or how do I do something like that, it's
won't
not going to let them.
Yeah,
right. So there's that built in. But, like, if there's a young person who's really feeling sad or upset, like, they could go to chat and say, hey, I'm really sad about this. What should I do?
They can.
This is not where I saw this conversation going, but this is really good. This is why I love teaching and training, because depending on who's in the room will often determine where the conversation goes when I'm training. Because sometimes I'll wait. There's certain points of my talkie talk where I'll pause to see if someone in the room brings up a certain topic. And every once in a while, someone will be like, well, what about this? And I'm like, there it is. There's the person who's thinking like that. So I love what you're saying, actually, Miss Teraby. I love how you're just like,
with those grits.
it should be monitored. Totally agree. And then it's who does the monitoring.
Me. No, I don't want that.
Careful what you say.
I don't want it. I'm not saying, I don't know. But that's part, like, I don't know. I see it from both sides because it can be a really great tool to do the research and, like, do stuff. So if you're doing it academically, trying to do that, but because there's tools out there too. So, like, for teachers, like, you have a student and or if you have your class and you're like, go and write a paper on blah, blah, blah. And then they go to chat and they're like, write me a paper on blah, blah, blah. And then chat, blah, blah, blah. Well, that teacher is obviously going to put it into one of the tools to see if it was written by AI, because AI is not human. So there's certain things like, I just saw,
It's not, but it's been programmed by humans.
But how many times have you used the M dash in anything?
I don't. I take it out. I take it out because that's how you know. I have a whole slide in my presentation that says "Mind the M dash."
Have I seen that slide?
Clearly not, one? But yeah, it's a new one that says "Mind the M dash," so that I make sure that people take it out, so that
people are posting and being like,
and that's how you know that it's.
Are you mindful? Or it was a copywriter, and she posted, and she's like, if you're using ChatGPT, when's the last time that you actually used an M dash? Do you even know what it's for? The majority of people have no idea what it's for.
I do. I actually use it all the time. So now I feel called out. Not called out, but now that chat is using it all the time. Anyway, I totally agree. Okay, we are so... well, we're not completely off the rails.
Let's bring it back.
A little bit off the rails. Because again, AI is too big, too broad of a topic for any one thing. I specifically, like I said, I saw this article of chatbots being used for counselors, and I thought, what a great way to use this technology. Like, what a forward-thinking way of saying, there's a need, there's a spot, we can fill in the gap.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that, like, the fact that there is just a shortage of counselors in general, like, using the tools that are out there, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, what happens when we get to that point when we do have an overabundance of counselors then that are taking over that? Do they just not have a job because AI has that for them now? Again,
I'll always come back to, I know AI will never take all of our jobs. Like, it's going to, no, it will never. People who don't know how to use AI are going to be out of a job, but not completely replaced, because AI can never appreciate a sunset or a song or so much more.
Well, and that's what
although it can reason. Yes. As of now, it's starting to reason on its own.
But that's what I found even in the marketing industry, because who's to say that the little mom and pop shop next door can't go to ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini,
and
whatever,
do a whole marketing plan.
And just do a whole marketing plan right there.
Okay, but hold on. That kind of already exists already, because in the marketing world, there are ways that you can still have humans do things for yourself, or it could be not mechanized, not like, whatever the word is. And there's always going to be some things that you just want done by people, or you can't afford not to.
Well, and I can argue that too. So if the mom and pop shop is going and using AI to come up with a whole marketing plan, well, how often are you going to have to go through and put in any new factors that come into play geographically, politically, just within your own area network and stuff like that, like, you're going to have to go and change your marketing plan. But having somebody that is actually doing that for you, a human doing that for you, they're already going to be in tune to what's going on.
Yes.
So you don't have to take the extra time and going, and that's time-wise too, because then you're taking the time going to do all this stuff instead of hiring somebody that is taking that over for it's delegation. It's handing that.
Delegation. That could be another word of the day. Hey, I want to just break in here for just a minute. Break it down. I want to break in just for a minute to let folks know that if you would like to be a sponsor of our podcast, we still have some openings for sponsors for future episodes.
Yes,
so we would love to talk about your business, your brand, your
what
stuff,
you love,
what it is that you make, do, or whatever. We would love to share that with the world. So give us a little comment, a chit chat, a reach out,
chit chat,
send a homing pigeon.
I was opening a telegram.
Let us know if you would like to be a sponsor of the podcast. And yeah, we have all kinds of product
placements.
What she said.
Product placement opportunities.
Unless you have something that's made of squid that you want us to eat on camera, that I might have a problem. But for the right price,
that could be a really good episode, though.
That could be things I refuse to eat.
I don't know. But you can go on to royallyunhinged.com, fill out the contact form on there, and we will send you our sponsorship packages.
Yippers. Because as we grow, you know what? There's going to be a day when you're going to say,
remember when.
I wish I had become a sponsor back at the beginning.
And then you're not even going to be able
It's going to be like getting in on the gold rush. It's going to be like Apple stock. When you're going to say, I wish I had invested at the beginning. Fun story. My father once on the whole like ATM stuff, like the whole, not ARC, but whatever. Anyway.
Stock market?
On the back of your ATM card, there's a little symbol. Anyway, my father once upon a time had the option to invest, and he didn't. And we still joke about it.
On the
back of your... Okay, we'll come back to that. On the back of your ATM card, there's one of the signs. It's one of the... Okay, this is like not even... The point is, you will one day wish that you had started sponsoring our podcast before we conquer the world. And you're going to be like, I wish I'd been a sponsor. We're like, no more room in the inn. Any hoodly. And it all is going to be done by AI.
It is. AI is going to do it all.
AI could never replace me.
We're just not even going to be. We're not here right now.
Be this.
I would be scared to see what AI does with that.
Okay. On that note, I'm going to land this plane.
Are you?
It is loud in here. Women are loud. They just get chatting, and they haven't even started with there is a karate booth. We're always by a karate booth, and they haven't even started breaking pieces of wood. Like the last time we were at Woodbury, and they were doing karate demonstrations.
There was wood flying in the crowd, right towards us.
I tell you. Okay, so with that, I was just thinking that we are giving deepfakes all the ammo they need with this podcast.
We really are. I mean,
if somebody calls you one day pretending to be Princess Paula or Tara B, we're going to have a secret word. Okay, this is the secret code word. So if somebody calls you, that's the name that shall not be said.
Sorry.
It'll be Whippity Snippet. So, Whippity Snippet. Right. So if somebody ever calls you and says they're either one of us and you're not sure, you say, what's the secret word? And if they don't say whippity snippet, you know it's not actually us.
Yeah, but now we just told everyone what it is.
You think anyone's going to listen all the way to the end to find the secret password?
I really hope so.
Yes, they will. All right. So until the next time, which will probably be in about half an hour, but until the next time we get together, I am Princess Paula.
I'm Tara B.
We are the real thing, not the deepfakes. And as always, together we are Royally Unhinged. We'll see you next time. Same place, same bat channel.
Same day.
Unless it's an AI version.
We're just not even going to be here
Whippity
anymore.
Snippets.
Whippity snippets.
See ya, folks.
Kerplunk it.